Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of GMS that feed us with knowledge and understanding. Alright, much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet that's pushing this truth with sincerity, honesty, and faith to help get us out of this damn captivity that we're in. Real quick, there's a lot of stuff moving on the earth and in space, man. So you almost got to keep watch on everything, because our faith is that we shall be delivered, the elect shall be delivered in these chariots, okay? So these chariots got to be in our minds also. You know, I've always find them fascinating just to watch. I mean, that it just bugs Esau out, man. Okay, but that's the chariots of Israel. That's our salvation, man. That's where the Most High is going to deliver us out of this destruction that's coming. All right, so a real quick verse is Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 2. It says, when they shall see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. They're not looking for these chariots to deliver Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native American descent out of America and the four corners of the planet by being beamed up. They're not expecting that. They're also not expecting us to be the Israelites. They're not expecting men to be on the corners pushing the truth as it's coming out, man. But this is the strangeness of our salvation. So this is a video from the ISS program, or the ISS space shuttle video, and it shows some very interesting things, and I hope you brothers enjoy the video. I'll start from the beginning. It's like it. There's the lead chariot, the lead ship. And they say innumerable multitude, innumerable angels. You can't count them. So I found this video very interesting. You guys can check it out. You've seen the name right here, and it's from the site Before It's News. Real quick, we'll get right into the. I found the story on to show you that the Most High is casting shame upon the false prophet, man. And who's the false prophet? Is the so-called Pope in the Vatican, man, which is not speaking the truth. They don't have the truth of the Bible. They're not coming from the true meaning of this book. They have no understanding of it, and they're just doing it for some vile gain. So this is a story, and it says, reports German sees cocaine on its way to the Vatican. It says Berlin, the drug haul was unremarkable, but the destination raised eyebrows. German weekly Bild am Sonntag reported Sunday that customs official intercepted a cocaine shipment destined for the Vatican in January. Officers at Leipzig airport found 12 ounces of the drug packed into 14 condoms inside a shipment of cushions coming from South America. The paper says the package was simply addressed to the Vatican post office. post office, meaning any of the Catholic mini-states' 800 residents could have picked it up, cited a German customs report and paper ads that a sting operation arranged with Vatican police didn't lure a possible recipient. The drugs would have a street value of several tens of thousands of euro dollars. Neither German customs nor Vatican could immediately research the reach for comment. So that shows you, man, they just it's shameful spewing. You should see the spirit of the Most High is not dealing with that organization, man. Okay, that's just the Most High bringing this stuff out so you can see. Who knows how long they've been shipping that shit there. They just thought, oh, they're not gonna what do you say? They're not gonna feel, how you say, they're not gonna suspect them, you know, because they're running a game or scam on people, man. But this is another story that is from Before It's News, and it says the Samson option is on the table. Now this is jumping into the World War III situation. Israel is commissioned, set aside money and funds to strike Iran this year, and we know that's the fulfilled prophecy. You've got this situation. Russia now is getting kicked out of the G8, which I have a story on that also. But moving ahead, let's read this, and it says the Samson option is on the table. From JimStoneFreelance.com. All of Israel's diplomatic workers have gone on strike everywhere and will therefore be returning home. This is an indication that whatever is about to happen is not going to be localized to a specific region, and there will be no political negotiations anywhere while it is happening. Let's just hope this is the most odd of coincidences, but I bet that they got what they wanted from Flight 370. They cracked the Chinese engineers and have breached Chinese data security. Having Flight 370 vanished when it did is all too coincidental with this Israeli diplomatic strike. And I would be set that the Samson option, which was always on the stove, has been pushed to full boil. Just days before the diplomatic strike, Israel preparing for a full-scale strike on Iran. Though they have done this repeatedly in the past, it has never coincided with the mysterious disappearance of a jet full of diplomatic strike. While all eyes have been on Russia's actions in Ukraine, Israel has been preparing to give the IDF orders to continue readying for a possible independent strike on Iran. But as anyone knows from history, especially those aware of what happened during the Yom Kippur War, Israel acts but as independently as a 3-year-old with a handful of stones, always depending on an American daddy to do all the dirty work. Israel truthfully cannot defend itself in a real conventional battle, and history proves it. The Samson option, this is what Israel has written up. The Samson option is Israel's nuclear blackmail option brought to full reality. The Samson option states that Israel will nuke the world to oblivion and destroy everything before accepting significant losses on the Israel mainland. And it's an ignorant policy, which means that Israel would destroy all nations with a nuclear attack, even if the nations being attacked by Israel never attacked Israel and only stated that Israel was guilty of war crimes or voted for sanctions via the UN. This means that Germany, France, and many other similar nations will be nuked if Samson option is ever put into effect. Israel is a friend of no one, but don't just count on the Arab world going down. Let me get a verse real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah 50. This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and we'll go to Jeremiah 49 and 16. This is the book of Jeremiah 49 and 16. And it says, Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. that holdest the highest of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest on high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation, every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at the plagues thereof. And it hasn't happened yet. And it says, as the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall Son of Man dwell in it. Let's jump to verse 20. It says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom, and his purpose that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who's the least of the flock? These Amalekites. Amalek, okay? Amalek is who's dwelling in the land of Israel today. Is the chief house of Esau. The chief house of the head house of Esau. Okay? That's why it says right here, and it says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Because if they strike, that's gonna bring US into the war. And you already see Russia's already at a standpoint with the United States, man. So this thing is brewing, and it's happening fast. So let's jump to Isaiah. This is the book, the precept. This is the book of Isaiah 14 and 24. This is the book of Isaiah 14 and verse 24. And it says, the Lord of hosts has sworn, saying, surely as I have taught, so shall it come to pass, and I have proposed, so shall it stand, that I will break the Assyrians in my land, and upon the mountains tread them under foot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. Who is he talking to? Yahweh Shem Yahushua speaking to the burden of that's put on the Israelites, man. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The Most High is doing all these things to free us, man. He has this. There cannot be two rulerships. The kingdom of heaven cannot stand with the kingdom of Baal and Molech and all of these false and Esau's kingdom, man. It can't stand. So this place has to go down, and we have to come up to take their burden off of us, and we're going to put the burden of slavery on them to build our kingdom, build our houses, to tend to our vineyards. Let's go to 27, and it says, for the Lord of hosts has proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand has stretched out, and who shall turn it back? Alright, let's jump to Jeremiah 49. And this is a beautiful verse I found, man, or to show that the Most High is destroying Esau, man. This is the book of Jeremiah. We'll look up here. Alright, this is the book of Jeremiah 49 and 7. Okay, let's read it. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Now, like our elders tell us, it's important to look up words, man. Now, if you go down here to the word, it says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is there wisdom? Is wisdom no more in Teman? Now, you look up this word wisdom. Alright, you look up this word wisdom, it's chokama or chakama, if I'm saying that right. We'll let
Strong's H2451. Chokhmah.
Okay, and that word is wisdom, skill in war. See that? Skill in war. Wisdom in admiration, shrewdness, wisdom prudent, the religious affairs, wisdom, ethnic and religious. So Samson option is not a wisdom thing. Them striking Iran is not a wisdom thing, because Iran is backed by a powerful nation, man. Alright, so it says skill of artifact, dexterity, wisdom to see more idea, which compressed under the word. It comprehends various learnings. Daniel 1 and 7. Okay, so the word I wanted, it says skill in war. So now let's read them, and let's read it again. I'll get it in the scripts. It's the book of Jeremiah 49:7, and it says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is skill of war no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their skill in war vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. And we're in the time of his visitation, man. Okay, we're in the time of his visitation. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is visiting this devil, man. And then we'll jump right into the next article. And it says, Crimea crisis. NATO commanders call for allies to mobilize after Russia prepares incredible force on Ukraine border. NATO's top military commander has warned that Russia is building an incredible force on the border with Ukraine, and says the time has come for Western allies to move its own troops to the east. There are growing fears that President Vladimir Putin may be prepared to follow up the annex of Crimea with a move to Moldova's mainly Russian-speaking separatist Transnistria. Slovakia for that word. Says U.S. Air Force General Philip Breedlove, NATO Supreme Allied Commander. Europe said Russia had used SNAP military exercise apparently as a tactic to shift vast numbers of troops towards the border. So whenever they tell you these, oh, we're having military drills, that's a cover. That's a buzzword, man. It says around 10 days ago, Moscow launched a new exercise involving 8,500 artillery troops near Ukraine border, as it had done in days before Ukraine lost Crimea region. Breedlove said Russia's tactics should lead the 28-nation Western military allies to rethink the positioning and readiness of its forces on Eastern Europe so that they were ready to counter Moscow's move. The SNAP exercise puts the incredible force on at a border. The force that is at Ukraine border now is the east, and east is very, very sizable and very, very ready. Alright, so let's go down to this next one. It says Russian troops poised to run into Moldova, NATO commander warns. I mean, you guys can read this, and this is from counting down to zero time. We'll go down to this next one. It says Obama demands Russia leaves G8. June summit canceled while Ukraine deploys army along borders. Source zero hedge. Source zero hedge. UK Prime Minister David Cameron stated that it is absolutely clear that the G8 summit scheduled in June in Sochi, Russia will not go ahead, but it is President Obama that appears to be pressing the hardest for major changes. Obama said to the press allies to suspend Russia from G8 WSJ. This coming at the time when Ukraine forces are being withdrawn from Crimea and deployed to north and southeastern borders of the region. Meanwhile, Ukraine is taking its soldiers pulled from Crimea and deploying them along other borders. So hey, man, rumors of war and the times of war we in, man. So we just got to get Iran into the mix. This chip got to get pushed, and it's OV, and we home, brothers. We home, man. Lord willing, we be in that number, man. We can only hope and put our faith in this, and this be diligent in this watch, man. Cause these prophecies are screaming, man. Okay. You know what? I think with that, I'm gonna say all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet. Till the next time, keep faith. Shalom.